Things us Americans do that confuse the rest of the world. What are things that is so uncommon everywhere else but not uncommon here? Guys, shout out to all my Americans and shout out to all the people who are not American. They're watching this. You guys are probably gonna learn something new, and us Americans are gonna learn something new as well. We're gonna learn that these things we're taught that are so common nowadays are actually not done anywhere else. Are you guys ready? We're gonna jump right into it, guys. Welcome to Reaction Time. I'm Tall Fishman, your host. You can follow me on the socials at Tall Fishman here, and tweet at me at Tall Fishman right here. Tweet at me anything I'm gonna miss when I list these things. If I miss anything, make sure to send it to me. But I'm gonna jump right into it. You guys ready? Well, we got number 1 on the list. And the coffee shops are in almost every single country. It is extremely popular, but people drink coffee in other parts of the world differently than Americans. Coffee is actually used almost like pastries are. You go to catch up with friends, you sit down, you don't take coffee on the go in many parts of the world, and Americans actually get most of their coffee to go. They get it on the run, they drink it, and it's less of a social gathering thing, but a lot more of just a boosting energy thing. Now, I'm sure you guys have probably never known that coffee on the go is not as common in other parts of the world, but it is one of the most common things in America. Did that change your perspective? If it did, let me know. Also, how about opening gifts? It's apparently disrespectful to open gifts around the people that gave it to you, so it is considered rude in some parts of the world. In some cultures, it's almost like a disrespectful, dishonorable thing, where the whole point of getting a gift that's wrapped is surprise, and if you're ruining the surprise, it becomes disrespectful. Now, when you get your Christmas gifts or your birthday gifts, there's always a time to open the presents. Everyone gathers around, especially on your birthday, and you start opening presents from different people and thanking them. That's in America, but in other cultures, that is not popular at all. But yes, I agree why it could be a little disrespectful, and also, if we don't open gifts around the person that gives it to us, it won't be as weird when you get something that's not what you expected. You should be thankful for every single gift, but what if you get like slime, but you're 30 years old? Or what if you get like dog food for your dog? It's a little weird. Okay, now you don't know how to react when you open it next to somebody. Anyways, we got some more weird things Americans do.
That's how America does it.
Now, up to a certain point, Americans only use a single color currency. It was the green and black design. There's actually different currencies that have rainbow color schemes, and some even have metallic accents to them. So the US currency is definitely different than other countries. For example, here is Chinese currency. Even though it's more outdated, this is it. As you can see, all the color. Here is India currency, also very colorful, as you guys can see right here. And we even got Canadian currency, also has different colors, variety of colors. And of course, the dollar. Now, we do have a blue $100 bill now, as you can see right there. But for the most part, it was all pretty bland. Even back in the day, look at this. Everything looked the same. I'm sure it's probably more convenient this way, but we need some splash of color. Now, another thing that's very traditional in America is bigger portions, bigger things, bigger houses, bigger everything.
Everything.
Whereas in different cultures, I think the quality matters a lot more than the size. Well, that could be interpreted weird. Okay, we got large, larger, and largest. A small in America is like a large everywhere else. There's like Big Mama's and Papa's Pizza. We got Fat Burger, and we got like the In-N-Out 4x4. Like they have 100x100. It gets crazy. Another weird thing is there's some cultures out there in the world that think it's weird to show teeth when you're laughing. So when you laugh, you probably have to cover your mouth. It's a lot more respectful like that, and you're not supposed to like completely open your mouth. Or maybe you laugh like this. Well, that's weird. But yeah, in America, showing teeth, the pearly whites are so important. Everyone wants to show off their teeth. Okay, this is interesting. In America, when we receive any sort of drink at a restaurant or at any place like a coffee shop or any other place that serves a beverage, there is usually a large amount of ice in it. Now, around the world, that is considered something cheap. You're getting less of the drink because ice takes up volume and it waters down the drink so you lose flavor. In other countries, they don't do that. They actually just refrigerate the drink, or they just don't drink it cold. Just don't put ice because ice does make the flavor diluted. Here is another weird fact, a thumbs up. It is not a universal thumbs up. In different countries, a thumbs up is disrespectful and can actually stand for the middle finger. Like in Australia, a thumbs up is a bad thing. Same with Greece and the Middle East. So it's always better to just use your word, especially when you do any sort of business. Never go like,
yo, that's a good deal.
Because they're gonna look at you and go, Get him out of here. In America, we pay a sales tax. We purchase something, then there's an up fee that goes to the state government. It's very common in retail, so most prices are not the full price. Well, in other parts of the world, the taxes are already included in the price, so you don't get the extra sales tax on top. It's already just part of the price. You pay whatever you see. It's much simpler and smarter, and you're not deceived by the price, because you're gonna forget there's sales tax on everything. It's about to get sour. Let's go. Guys, if you're new to the channel and don't know about Bang, Bang has the most delicious energy drinks ever. Oh, that's sour and delicious. Guys, if you go to the description or just use my code TALL25, you get 25% off of any flavor of Bang. You can get the variety pack. You can get individual ones. Anything you want. Look at this variety. Like this Power Punch flavor. Will it actually give me a big punch? Let's find out. Oh, that tastes delicious. And it'll give you a boost of energy like now. Man, that's good. Guys, with so many other flavors like pina colada, lemon drop, and much more, you have to use my code TALL25. Get 25% off at checkout. And follow Bang on Instagram for new releases of flavor at Bang Energy. Go stay up to date. Check them out. And again, a huge shout out to Bang for sponsoring the channel. So guys, tell me which one's your favorite. And we're gonna get right back into the video. Let's go. Wait, what's actually smarter, including in the price or not in the price? As a retailer, I feel like not including the price is smarter, because you look at it and say it's only gonna cost $70. Little do you know you have to pay $77 when you check out. It's very unusual around the world to do month, day, and year rather than day, month, year. Why'd you put the month first in front of the day and the year? Because it's always supposed to be the day and then the month and then the year. It just becomes bigger and bigger. It's actually a mystery, but there is some theories. Also, another uncommon thing is baby showers. That's not a usual thing around the world. An initial pregnancy announcement is always followed up by the baby shower, and some consider it bad luck to celebrate a baby before they're even born. Also, a very Hollywood/American-esque thing is red Solo cups. Other parts of the world think it's funny that we only use the color red, and it's also considered very, very American, where other people use glass cups or styrofoam. I think it all started again because of Hollywood, so it became such commonplace. Requiring personal space from people is actually a very American thing to do. Invasion of privacy doesn't really exist in some parts of the world. Slight physical contact for an American with a stranger is considered really weird, or other parts of the world, they might kiss you on the cheek as an introduction or a greeting. A totally different scenario than what we have going on here. If you did that to a stranger you just met or introduced yourself to, you would think that person is a creep and extremely weird. You would not get close to them anymore. And this goes on to the point where, like, if you tip someone, in some cultures it's disrespectful, but also waiters make more money in different parts of the world. In the US, they're actually underpaid because they have tips. And a lot of waiters actually depend on tip income. And it also became such a big part of American culture. If you don't tip, you're extremely disrespectful because it's a service business. Another weird thing is Americans don't like to talk about finances. They don't talk about how much money they make or how much they paid for, let's say, a house. Stuff like that is very taboo in the US. And it's considered very rude if you ask someone how much they make or how much they paid for large purchases. Maybe it'll change one day, but for now, I don't think so. In other countries, there is people that always wear Speedos when they go to the beach. But in America, it's considered really weird.
What are you wearing?
Freedom. You should have a lot more clothing on when you go to the beach. It could actually be frowned upon for guys to wear Speedos. The German government actually told the German citizens, if they ever plan to go to the US, that Speedos can actually be a disrespectful thing, which is crazy to me. But I totally understand why. Just a different culture. Also, smiling at strangers apparently is an American thing, where in different countries, smiling at strangers can be looked at as very weird, especially if it's the first time you saw them. People around the world often ask why Americans are so friendly to strangers. It's a culture that was founded from immigrants, so everyone is nice to each other, and it just went through the generations. Also, can someone explain why Americans use miles, feet, and inches, and the rest of the world uses the metric system? Wouldn't it just be easier if whichever one uses the same measurement system? You wouldn't have to try and convert it every single time, especially if you do international business with different countries. It's just really strange. Like, why do we drive in miles per hour, not kilometers per hour? It's the imperial system of measurement. Liberia and Myanmar actually also use that system. There are some of the few. Also, American food. We discussed it before. It's actually 40% bigger. Actually, candy is 40% bigger. Sodas were 52% bigger. And serving sizes were 82% bigger than the rest of the world's average. And studies show that people that move to the US actually gain weight. It's not a surprise since everything's bigger in America. This goes on to the point that free refills in America is common. It's not common anywhere else. But in American fast food chains, you can just buy one drink and drink as much as you want without having to pay for a a refill. But apparently other countries are adopting this concept. Maybe just because of how cheap soda is and you can just upcharge a bit. Interesting fact, France actually banned it because of rising obesity rates. So they just completely banned the free refill concept. Also, America is one of the few countries where people can get in debt to get a college degree. And Europeans are actually shocked at the cost of US college, which was an average of $25,000 a year for public and almost $50,000 a year for private. And people in France and Germany can actually attend college for free. It's a very different system. Next up, we got cabs. Talking about taxis. If you actually sit in the passenger seat next to the driver, it's considered really weird. So most people sit in the back. Same with Ubers. If you sit in the front next to the Uber driver, but there's space in the back, he's gonna look at you a little different. But in Australia and New Zealand, if you sit in the back, you're considered rude and high class. That means you don't want to be talked to. We also got this weird thing where there's a ton of space and opening cracks literally in the bathroom. It kind of makes people feel weird. Like you could just walk by and see somebody in the restroom. And I'm talking about public restrooms. So actually foreigners do not appreciate American public restrooms. And to be honest, most of them are kind of nasty. There's actually forums about it. The guy or girl in the restroom can actually see if someone's waiting for your stall. And that will tell you whether you should speed it up or not. That's actually a good reason. But guys, there you have it. These are things Americans do that confuse the rest of the world. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. Let me know your experience. Let me know some things I missed. Maybe some big things I missed that I should have included here in the comments down below. Or you can tweet it at me at TallFishman. Or tag me on Instagram at TallFishman. Guys, I'd really appreciate it if you followed me on there. And also, if you want to help support the channel, you can check out the merch at thomasbrand.com. We got a palm tree design. And now we got backpacks in different colors. As you can see here, we got pink, we got a black one, we got blue, and the yellow, of course. And get your Alfredo at thomasbrand.com and Alfredo replica if you're a fan of the channel and you've seen Alfredo before. They're still available for sale, but that's gonna wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Have a great one and peace.